Hello, my dear apprentices. Welcome back to lesson 20. This is your coach, Mr. Magnum. And in this lesson, we are going to convert mixed unit measurements and solve them in a multi-step fashion. Let us begin. The first thing I'm going to point out here is that we need to know how much is 1 hour in minutes because we're going to convert these 3 hours and 3/5 of an hour into minutes. So keep that in mind. And the way we do this is we're going to copy the same um, fraction, which is 3/5, 3 wholes and 3/5, and we're going to multiply that times let me insert the multiplication symbol, times 1 hour, right? Because we're going to change everything to an hour. Now, the next step would be to rewrite the hour as minutes. So we're going to write the same fraction just so you can get the hang of this. Okay, it's going to be 3/5, 3 wholes and 3/5 times multiplied. Move this up here. So that's just following that. Okay, and let me change the color so you can see the difference that there is. Okay, so this is now we're going to change the hour into minutes. So that's going to be 60 minutes. Okay. Once that is set up, then we can do the math. We know that 60 or whole numbers always have a denominator of 1 below them. And that is going to make our multiplication easier. Now, our next um, step would be to convert this mixed number into an improper fraction. How are we going to do that? Well, this is the way we're going to do it. The way we're going to do it is we're going to multiply the 5 times 3. I'm going to put a multiplication symbol so you know that was multiplied. And then we're going to, whatever the answer from there is, we're going to add it to 3. All right, let me demonstrate. So we're going to do, it's going to be, I'm going to do it right below. So 5, it's going to be 5 times, I'm going to insert the multiplication symbol times 3 plus, which will be plus the numerator. The numerator is 3. Okay, and the answer will be, we know that 5 times 3 equals 15 plus 3 equals 18. Now that's going to be our new improper fraction. So remember, now that's going to be 18 what? Well, 18/5. We're going to keep the same denominator, just like on this one here, just like on the mixed number. The numerator is 5, so we're going to keep the same denominator. Once we convert that improper fraction, we can rewrite this multiplication again. So next, we're going to rewrite this multiplication again, but with that improper fraction, which is below. The improper fraction is right here. Okay? Okay. Let's rewrite it. So now the new fraction is going to be 18/5 times, just like we said it, times 60 over 1. 60 over 1. Okay? And now we do the multiplication. Let's see. One thing that we can do and I recommend right now is I noticed that this number can be divided by 5. That's 60. When a number has a 0 at the end, it can be divided by 5. And now we know that this 5 below can also be divided by 5. Now that is simplifying before you get to the answer. So what we're going to rewrite this whole thing. So we have 18 over 5, but now it's 5 divided by 5, and that equals 1. And now we're going to simplify, reduce 60. 60 divided by 5 is 12. Okay, so it's going to be 12 over, so that will be 1. Notice how now this multiplication is a lot simpler. It's going to be 12 times 18, and that denominator is always 1. So let's do 18 times 12. Let's do that on the side. So it's going to be 18 times 12. So we always begin with the 2 ones. 2 times 6, 2 times 8 is 16. We carry 1 over to the 10th. And now we multiply this. 2 times 1 equals 2 plus the 1 above it, it's 3. Okay? That will be multiplying the 2. Now that 2 is going to become now a 0 because it was already used. And now we know that we have a 10 there. So the 0 is placed right before the 6 like a placeholder, indicating that we multiplied it by 10. And what is 1 times 18? Any number multiplied by 1 equals the same number. And that's going to be the answer for that partial product. And then we're going to add each of the partial products, and this is 11, we carry 1 over. So the answer is 216, and that's our answer for this problem. So it's going to be 216. 1 divided by 1 equals 1, and that goes below it. So here is what happens. The answer is when you convert 3 hours and 3/5 of an hour into minutes, that equals to 216 minutes. So the answer is there are 216 minutes in 3 3/5 of an hour. Okay, my friends, watch this video. It's a thing of beauty. I hope it helps you remember how to do this math, which is very easy and maybe a little not easy for some of you guys, but I know and I believe in you. I trust in you. Signing out, your coach, Mr. Magno.